That's a steep hill, isn't it? Here you go. Do you feel better?
Yes, I was just telling Arthur I'd feel better being in the pasture with the bull with a stick, even though with a big stick. Even though he's first of all he's across the creek, so he's not coming. That's a very steep bank, but I just think it's good to be cautious. And he's super gentle, never been aggressive even slightly, but still. I just think we should be wise. Look at how pretty our cow looks.
Yep.
Alice, you're so beautiful. Jersey cows get pretty thin when they're late in their lactation. And then we dried her off and she's gaining back. And she is pregnant. She should. Now, I'm not sure exactly when she got pregnant, but when I have it written down that I saw him interested in her and her interested in him was October 9th. So I think that makes her due at the end, in July. So cows' gestation is the same as humans. It's 9 months. So she's due at the beginning of July, which isn't that far away.
Nope.
It's really exciting. So we'll have milk again, which will be really nice.
Hopefully twin heifers.
Twin heifers. What are we going to do with twin heifers?
Eat one and
no,
keep the other.
We would not eat one. We'd
sell one.
We'll give one away on YouTube.
We'll sell one and keep the other.
Good morning. Exactly.
That's a great bale of hay. It's really grassy and they're gobbling it. This one here from yesterday, we had a lot more. They're all, it's actually really good hay, but this just had more of these big mature fibers in it, and that's more grassy. So they saw that this morning and they're just gobbling it, like swallowing whole mouthfuls. All right guys, I have a job for you. I want you to take a stick and throw these piles of manure, scatter them out so they don't turn into messes in the pasture.
Oh, I should have brought a rake.
We could come up with a rake and do this. If we had chickens out in this pasture, they could spread it out, but the thing is, the cows will not eat there for a long time, and so the grass grows up and they'll just nibble around it, and it makes your pasture really uneven. I'm
gonna come back out here with a rake, but I know a lot of you are gonna be like, put chickens on it. And we would, except we have a very large coyote population, and this backs right up to the mountain. I would not feel comfortable, even with electric fencing, putting chickens.
And the dog can't even get out this.
Yeah, the dog, we have our dog to keep the coyotes away, which he does a great job, but he can't get out here. So we don't leave chickens or goats back here. I mean, we'll put goats back here, but then we'll put them in at night.
Look at this mountain of poo. It's like 7 inches high.
We could go check upstream of that little waterfall and see if that one swimming hole is deep enough to pull or plunge in. You know what we need to do is we need to put on the list a gate back here, because I don't like not being able to walk straight up into our favorite spot. We have to walk all the way around and then down. So
we could probably get over here.
Hey, Dad!
They eat so much hair when they groom themselves. There's hair all in them.
Especially because they're shedding.
Yeah, they're shedding. You can see the damage from the bull's horns on this tree. He's been scratching just on the pine trees and on this tree here. You can see where the cows have been using this tree to rub on, and smooth and muddy. And then down here on these 2 pines, well, all the pines actually, these branches broken off, and you can see the hair all over them. They've been scratching. And then that one up there has horn marks. This, to my understanding, is actually how bison kept the edges of the trees back in clearings of old. There used to be buffalo, American buffalo or bison here, and they would hold back the forests through their grazing, but also through really aggressive rubbing along all the edges of their grazing land. So they might kill these, he might kill these trees, which that would be fine. It would be him clearing his own pasture.
We actually would love that. We don't want the pines in here. We plan to clear a ton of pines and create more pasture one day. There's always a very long list. Found the problem. Grace, you can get that off?
Yeah, but do you want to come over first?
Oh yeah, the top one's still busted. We'll have to fix that.
Well, he could still come over.
He's gonna go work on that fence, and we are gonna go see. There's this one spot up here that might be deep enough for polar plunging, so we're gonna check it out. Okay, we'll say hi to Bob.
This is definitely not beautiful.
No, it's not, but it is beautiful. This is the spot I was thinking of, but There's been a ton of rain the last couple years and it's filled in with silt pretty substantially, like it's a couple inches deep. But Grace is gonna work, she's actually working way down this, here on this part of the creek to build a dam. And she's gonna see if we can make that deep enough.
I have to come up here and shovel.
This may not be our spot.
Well, at least we went polar plunging.
Serves me right for watching and not helping, huh?
You did it. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Did you get on camera?
Yeah, unfortunately. There are deer right here in our pasture. Which I know most people would think that was very sweet, but I don't like deer in the pasture. They spread a lot of diseases and they drop nasty ticks. That's why one of the reasons we have so many fences is to keep them out. These beautiful plants here. That little plant is called a trout lily and it'll have a really pretty yellow flower come up and you can eat the leaves. You want some?
Yeah.
Here. It's yummy. Yeah, eat it.
Wait.
It's nasty?
Yeah.
Yucky.
Oh, yucky.
You're stepping on a trout lily.
I think they taste good.
Trout lilies popping up are the sign that spring is just around the corner. Every year for us. Careful, don't fall in that poop.
Well, I don't think that spot's gonna work for polar plunging, though I wish it would, because I just love the idea of being peacefully up in the woods first thing in the morning and plunging. The search continues. We do have 2 spots over by our house, but I don't really like the idea of having a deep spot of water right by the house. I wouldn't worry for the bigger kids, but I would worry for the baby. Oh my goodness, there's the deer. Brian, look at the deer. Oh, there goes the other one. Oh! Oh my goodness! Woo! Yeah, Grace opened the gate for them, but they went a different way. I guess we know that when we get goats again, that they can get out of the fence. Because if a deer can get in and out, a goat can. Holy wow, that was cool.
They try to get over the garden fence, so we know, and they can't, so we know that our garden's safe.
Yeah. Did you see those deer?
Yeah.
One went straight under the fence.
Oh wow.
And one went over and got hooked a little bit on the barbed wire.
We were talking about the bull rubbing earlier on trees and scratching, and he did the same thing to this. We were using this bathtub as a water trough. This is a leftover from my dad's building a house, and he just tore it up. So I guess that was our answer. We were thinking, would this work? And yeah, it worked great, but now it's a goner.
Time for the dumpster.
So maybe a cast iron bathtub would be better.
We have one of those.
Or a big plastic trough.
We couldn't move the cast iron bathtub. That would be the problem with that.
Oh, that must have hurt. I hope it's okay.
Okay, fence is fixed. That was quite the fun morning. All we were planning to do was go out and give the cattle some minerals. Instead, we went on a pretty fun adventure. So that was just gonna be the opening of one video, but I think this will be the end. It is a great morning on the homestead. We'll see you in the next video, and hopefully soon we will have, our official polar plunging spot.